Hey, this is Heidi Dawson. If you love all things health and wellness and style of any kind, hang out here with me each week. I'm obsessed with never-ending improvement, and it's all in an effort to help each one of us live a wildly successful lifestyle. Subscribe today so you don't miss a thing. Hi guys, welcome to episode 164 of the Wildly Successful Lifestyle Podcast. So have you shared an episode with a friend lately? This might be a good one. Okay, have you ever decided you wanted something and it seemed a little out of reach at the moment? Maybe it's a certain car or to live in a certain neighborhood, or maybe you've decided you want to become something or do something. The minute you decide that new awesome thing, a lot of times your brain starts running with these thoughts of why that's not a good idea, why that's not possible, and how ridiculous it is, and how everyone may laugh at you or think you're crazy. For example, maybe you decide you have finally wanted to lose that weight. Your brain will start throwing out all those old beliefs at you like, well, you've always been overweight, or it runs in your family. You've tried it before and it failed every time. And by the way, you love sugar and chips too much. And it will be absolutely miserable if you try to lose weight. And anyway, you'll never be able to succeed. Those are terrible thoughts. Have those thoughts ever won out for you? My guess is yeah, they have. I know they have for me. But here's the good news. When you decide you want something and those thoughts and beliefs start coming forward and you're aware of them, I mean, they've probably always been there, but now that you've decided you want something, you want to change, those thoughts actually come into your awareness. Being conscious of them, that's really good because then you can do something about it. First of all, let me say this too, that this is normal. It happens to everyone. Everyone's brain does it. I mean, our brain is designed to keep us safe and comfortable. And that's what it's doing by telling you to stay where you are, to stay in that safe, comfortable place. But here's the thing. We have to get used to telling our brain no. We have to get used to saying, I'm in charge, brain. I get it. You want me safe. But what I want is for us to grow and to reach our full potential. And we can't do that doing the same things we're doing right now. So, brain, thank you, but I've got it from here. Actually, this is what I want you to actually say. Brain, I've got this. I'm overriding the thoughts you keep sending me, and we're going to get very comfortable with being uncomfortable because that's what it takes to get to the next level. If it weren't uncomfortable, then that means you're used to doing it. So you're not doing anything new. You aren't stepping out. You aren't growing. I'll give you an example for me. I am extremely comfortable on video. I've done lots of videos on my own and with creation studios. You put a video camera in front of me and I'm very comfortable, but I am not as comfortable in front of a camera. Like when someone's videoing me, I feel invincible. But when someone's taking my picture, I feel very uncomfortable. It's kind of weird. I don't know how that works. But so this last week, my friends at Creation Studio, they have a new client that was putting out a new skincare line. And they want to expand their audience to include the over 30 crowd. So they asked me if I'd be willing to do a photo shoot with them. Immediately, my brain was like, no way. I'm not good being photographed. I don't like pictures of me. I'll look old next to all those young, beautiful models. They'll regret asking me because I won't look good. These are real thoughts that were going through my brain. That's what my brain was sending me. But I also know that it was very much out of my comfort zone, and I love working with this crew, so of course I had to say yes, which I did. And I had the normal anxiety leading up to it, and then the day came, and secretly I wished I hadn't have gone, hadn't have done it. But then we had the most fun. I met the coolest women and spent an entire day with inspiring, fun female entrepreneurs and models, and I couldn't have been happier that I said yes. I mean, I was really glad I did it. Saying yes to things that grow you, they help you get comfortable with discomfort and actually change the way your brain is wired. Next time it's going to be even easier for me to say yes to something I really am kind of nervous about because my brain will be like, well, we didn't die last time. That's how it works. When we understand that we are not our thoughts, which means we control them, which means we can change them. So how did I get myself past the thoughts my brain was sending? Well, every time a negative thought would pop up, I would just counter it. I'd say, well, I'm not going to overthink this. I am exactly where I'm supposed to be, and life is working in my favor. I mean, I truly believe that. And what's the worst that could happen? I mean, I can be embarrassed and feel uncomfortable. But there's also a chance I could feel really empowered and confident. So I choose the way I feel by the thoughts I allow. It's not easy, but like anything, it gets a lot easier with practice. Dr. Dispenza always says, just because you have a thought does not make it true. So when you're doing new things and when you learn new things, you're actually changing the neural pathways in your brain. You're making new ones. My older sister had a stroke at 35. I mean, the part of her brain that was language was damaged. And it was spectacularly interesting to me when her doctor, who, by the way, his name was Dr. Head. He was a brain doctor and his name was Dr. Head. I found that funny. Anyway, he showed us her brain scan, and her brain literally was creating new neural pathways around the damaged part of her brain. So she was able to form a new path for language and conversation. It's miraculous how our brain works. And everything we listen to, everything we read, everything consume, the people we hang out with, the food we eat, they all make us into the person that we are today. And right now it's super easy to go on autopilot and want to focus on all the bad going on in the world. There's so much. And it's easy and justifiable to want to focus on it. But it isn't serving you. It's actually stealing your dreams. Your focus matters so much, and your brain will have you focused on the scary stuff because it wants to keep you safe. But it's your job to decide if what you're focusing on is truly a problem for you right now, or if it's only a problem because you're reading about it. If it has anything to do with the national news, it's probably not affecting you personally. It's affecting you because you're focused on it. And once you stop focusing on it, the fear of it goes away. Every time our brain says, let's go check what the latest news is on COVID or Afghanistan or mask situation, whatever. If every time your brain wants to do something you know is going to make you feel bad, you delay it, you're creating a new habit. You're creating a new pattern in your brain. And then if you replace that with something positive, something that you're working towards that excites you, and you keep doing that, you're changing the way your brain thinks. When you ultimately change your thoughts and focus towards something you want to achieve, and you continuously override your brain's desire to check out the negative drama, which happens, you have just empowered yourself more than you even realize. You actually physically will change your brain, which will absolutely change the trajectory of your life. So what is it that excites you? What juices you? What do you want for your life beyond what you have right now? Can you visualize it? Can you feel it? Can you create the thoughts that get you there? If you do that, your brain will get on board. My challenge to you is to find clarity on exactly what you want. Visualize it. Make it real. Now, I do this by creating mood boards. You want a certain look for your body? Hunt pictures, cut them out, put them on a mood board. You want a certain home or a certain car or relationship? Add that to your mood board. And I also add words to my mood board. I mean, what thoughts would you have to think to make these things happen in your life? My mood board always has images and words. Your subconscious mind will work towards the things you visualize and create, even when you're not actively thinking about it. Trust me, make the board. You don't have to settle for a life that is anything less than what you desire, but you got to get your head there first. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you in a few days. Don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends, because we're just going to keep going bigger and better places together, and I love that about us. Talk to you in a few days.